माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय लाउडर गोपीजन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रजजनरंजन जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रजजनरंजन जय जमुना तीर बनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जमुना तीर बनचारी जय कुंज विहारी राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय ज्ञान तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितानेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। वंदे कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंदो सहोदितो गौड़ोदये पुष्पवंतो चित्रोषंदो तमोनुदो कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। आराध्यो भगवान् ब्रजेशतनय तद्धाम वृंदावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधुवर्गेण या कल्पिता। श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमपुमार्थो महान् श्रीचैतन्य महाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्रादरो न परः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्यति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्त वृंद। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. रुक्मिणी द्वारकाधीश की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जाए, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाए. Nithai Gaur Premanande, all glories to the assembled devotees. Just give me the Bhagavatam, maybe. I'll just place it here. Hari Hari. As if we are going to do Bhagavad Katha or something for 7 days. Those were the good old days. Remember? Yeah, it requires different mode and different mood to get into. Yeah. I told you 31 last night, it's 32. What? And here you go. This happens once in a blue moon, and it's happening today. I was given the wrong verse upon which I had been meditating. All this time. And where is it? So you did 31 yesterday. So I was, okay, I already said. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 11, text number 32. Jumping. So let's see what is in the store for us or for me here. So I will read this by myself. Tamatmajai drishtibhir anantaratmana duranta bhava parirebhire patim niruddham apyashravam ambu netrayor vilajantinam bhragu varya vaiklavad. Word meaning. Please repeat. Tam, him, the Lord. Atmajai, by the sons. Drishtivhi, by the sight, antaratmana, by the innermost part of the heart. Duranta bhavaha is insuperable ecstasy. Parirebhire, embraced. Patim, husband. Niruddham, choked up. Api, in spite of. Ashravat, tears. Ambu, like drops of water. Netrayoho, from the eyes. Vilajantinam, of those situated in shyness. Bhraguvarya, O chief of the Bhragus. Vaiklavyat, inadvertently. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The insuperable ecstasy was so strong that the queens who were shy first embraced the Lord in the innermost recesses of their hearts. Then they embraced him visibly, and then they sent their sons to embrace him, which is equal to personal embracing. But, O chief amongst the Bhragus, though they tried to restrain their feelings, they inadvertently shed tears. Purport. Although due to feminine shyness, there were many hindrances to the embracing the Lord, the dear husband, Lord Sri Krishna. The queens performed that act by seeing him, by putting him in the course of their hearts, and by sending their sons to embrace him. Still, the act remained unfinished, and tears rolled down their cheeks despite all the endeavors to check them. One indirectly embraces the husband by sending the son to embrace him, because the son is developed as part of mother's body. The embrace of the son is not exactly the embrace of husband and wife from sexual point of view, but the embrace is satisfaction, the affectionate point of view. The embrace of eyes is more effective in the conjugal relation. And thus, according to Srila Jiva Goswami, there is nothing wrong in such an exchange of feeling between husband and wife. Tamatmajairdrishtibhirantaratmana duranta bhava parirebhire patim niruddham api ashrav vadambu netrayor vilajantinam bhraguvarya vaiklavat. The insuperable ecstasy was so strong that the queens who were shy first embraced the Lord in innermost recesses of their hearts. Then they embraced him visually. And then they sent their sons to embrace him, which is equal to personal embracing. But oh, chief amongst the Bhragus, though they tried to restrain their feelings, they inadvertently shed tears. So, we are in Dwarka. At this chapter, and this verse, of course, of that chapter brings us to Hari. That's all that you get, sound? That gets louder. Hari. Hari, Hari. It's on, right? In India, we like loudspeaker. Loud. Hari, Hari. Rukmini Dwarkadhisha ki. So this verse is, and that chapter is bringing us to Dwarka. Here some of you go to the Dwarka. I mean, this is a Dwarka, that is the Dwarka. Did anyone go to Dwarka? The Dwarka in Dwarkadham ki. And then we are, by the grace of Srila Shukadeva Goswami, we are being exposed here to, or being introduced to the pastimes of Lord in Dwarka in this chapter. Of course, he was away from Dwarka for some time now. Grahanupa-upagatam, the previous verse said. Lord has returned to Griha. Lord is a Grihastha. Lord is a Grihastha. One who is situated in Griha, that's a Grihastha. So, the word also used is, he was abroad. Lord was abroad for some time. And Anupagatam, he has returned. So as he was in Kurukshetra, just sort of backtrack. What were other places that he had just visited? Where is he coming from? He was in Kurukshetra. On Gita Jayanti day, where he spoke Bhagavad Gita. And following 18 days, beginning with the first day, he was Partha's Sarathi. He was a chariot driver of Partha, the son of Pritha, Arjun. And Lord had come to Hastinapur. You know where that one is? We were just there a few months ago. On the banks of Ganga, Hastinapur. Like a few hundred miles from Kurukshetra. And that was the capital, one time capital of the emperors of this world, Yudhishthira Maharaj and Parikshit Maharaj and this Maharaj, that Maharaj. They are ruling the whole world from this capital, Hastinapur. Krishna he had to spend some little extra time there after the battlefield of Kurukshetra, wherein this was 64 crore, that is 640 million soldiers had been killed. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was thinking, it's because of me, I became the cause of their killing. Oh, I am a sinner. Why did I do this? Oh. He was lamenting like anything. Arjun was lamenting before the battle. And Yudhishthira Maharaj lamented after the battle. So Krishna stayed on to pacify, to console his brother, his cousin brother, Yudhishthira Maharaj, and the other Pandava brothers. Then he was ready to, after spending a good amount of time, he wanted to come to Dwarka, back home. All his family members, queens and children. There were 10 children in each family. Each wife gave birth to 10 children. So that's how many children? I think you need a calculator. Something like that. I did not hear, but that's something. Big number. So they were all awaiting. And the residents of Dwarka also, he knew they were waiting. When is Lord returning? Is he going to come? When is he going to come? Hari Hari. And Lord was seated on the chariot, ready to go. Then comes Kunti Maharani, offering all the prayers, the prayers of Queen Kunti. This is Canto 1, Chapter 11. So a few chapters prior to this chapter, we have read those prayers of Queen Kunti. And by hearing those prayers, the appeal was he should stay on longer. It's not enough. Well, I have come here for 3 days, and some, that's just for 3 days, Maharaj, only 3 days. Stay longer, stay longer. So Kunti's prayer had that appeal, please stay longer, please stay. And Lord, who was seated on the chariot ready to take off, as you say in America, take off. He changed his mind. He had a change of heart, changed his plans, and stayed, got down from the chariot and returned to the palace of Yudhishthira Maharaj. And there was another reason why Lord stayed behind, stayed longer. Because back there in battlefield of Kurukshetra, the grandfather Bhishma, he was getting ready to depart. And Lord wanted to be present at the time of departure of grandfather Bhishma. He wanted to be around. He wanted to be right there. So he did not want to go all the way to Dwarka and then return again, come back again. To Kurukshetra is quite a distance travel. So Lord had stayed behind in Hastinapur. And then there was a news that grandfather Bhishma is now preparing for the departure. So the five Pandavas and Sri Krishna, they all go back to Kurukshetra battle. This visit of grandfather Bhishma was also going to serve yet another purpose. Although Lord Sri Krishna had tried his best to pacify and console Yudhishthira Maharaj, he had not succeeded fully. And then some more talk had to happen. So the Lord was bringing five Pandavas headed by Yudhishthira Maharaj to hear a discourse, pravachan, advice from grandfather Bhishma himself. So as they returned, there was a dialogue. Between now the earlier dialogue was between Krishna and Arjuna. In the same battlefield of Kurukshetra, yet another very significant dialogue took place between grandfather Bhishma and Yudhishthira Maharaj. And this time around, grandfather Bhishma succeeded in pacifying Yudhishthira Maharaj. Proving, grandfather Bhishma is even greater than Lord himself. Just see, my talk did not work out, but my devotee's grandfather Bhishma's talk is elderly and is matured and is wise person. So as he spoke, there was a shanti. And to hear that talk, there's a description. So many sages from around the world, doesn't mean internationally, but from globally, from other planets, they had arrived there to hear the dialogue between these two great souls, grandfather Bhishma and Yudhishthira Maharaj, King Yudhishthira. And then everyone also was there to be there at the time of departure of Grandfather Bhishma. And especially Lord was there. And the prayers of Grandfather Bhishma, prayers unto, as Kunti offered prayers in Hastinapur, Grandfather Bhishma offered prayers in Kurukshetra before the departure as his own departure, remembering the Lord on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Nice fond memories. You could see the Lord on the battlefield of Kurukshetra through the eyes of Grandfather Bhishma, as Grandfather Bhishma witnessed Lord on the chariot and doing all sorts of performing his pastimes and his acts and his advice also to Arjun. So those prayers are there. And then Grandfather Bhishma, of course, he departs. By seeing, taking darshan of Lord. Lord was right in front of him. He was able to witness. Itna to karna Swami. They sing, devotees sing. Jab prana tan se nikale. Oh Lord, when I would be leaving pran, my life, leaving this mortal frame, this body, Govinda nama leke tab prana tan se nikale. My dear Lord, please have benediction upon me. What benediction? When I leave, I want to make sure your name is on my lips. As I chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that's part of the prayer, that please let your name be uttered by me, my tongue. And there's more prayer. You also be there to give me darshan. So all those prayers of Grandfather Bhishma were fulfilled as Lord was present before him. If you want to die, and you have no choice but to die. I said, if you want to die. It's not like that. If you want to die, you must die. I'm not cursing you. But Jata Shahi Dhruva Mrityu, Lord said. You have taken birth, you must die. Hari Hari. So, but then there's the art of dying. That is what. Anyway, we are supposed to be in Dwarka talking of the return of Krishna in Dwarka and queens receiving him, and so we'll get there. I think we'll get there quickly. So, so there is the art of dying, and Grandfather Bhishma perfected that art and science of dying. And Krishna consciousness teaches you, prepares you. Don't die like a cats and dogs die. So Grandfather Bhishma said that example. You die like this. Prepare so that you could die like that, the way he departed. And then Lord was, along with the Pandavas, back in Hastinapur. And then now he prepares to leave for Dwarka. And there are no more further hurdles and obstacles or, well, some tangible reason for him to stay longer. And he knew his family members were waiting, his wives, queens were waiting back there in Dwarka. And then, as Lord prepared to leave, there was a great preparation made by 5 Pandavas and the residents of Hastinapur for Lord to depart. There was a grand procession as Lord seated on the chariot, and this whole description of wonderful. How he's seated on the chariot and chamara and the fanning and the chhatra, umbrella over him, and kind of horses are pulling, and the Brahmins are uttering the prayers, and especially the ladies of Hastinapur are up there. It wasn't possible. The social customs don't allow them to come down and mix with the public, and so they are shy also, and they're up there, and they're gossiping, whispering, and all talk is about there's so much impressed by the Lord and Lord's beauty and Lord's activities and Lord's prowess and Lord's. So that's all that they're talking about, and those talks are even, it is described, more pleasing than the Shrutis and the Vedas. The hymns of Vedas are not as sweet as what is being talked about, those ladies of Hastinapur. Because they're only glorifying, their heart is going to the Lord, their Lord. They have their husbands, but ultimately, Lord is everybody's husband, their husband also. He is a marriage partner, they say. This is not just an affair between wife and husband. They are not the only partners. The principal partner in the marriage is the Lord. Because we are ultimately and eventually and finally and eternally are wives of the Lord. Prakriti, maybe friends, we don't know. Maybe parents, we don't know. But they're also Prakriti and meant for Lord's pleasure only. Whether you're son of the Lord, the friend of the Lord, or parents of the Lord. Parents of the Lord. Well, some yogis are here, you understand, right? Some of you are practicing yoga practitioners. Yeah, how many of you are here from some yoga group, I heard? Quite a few. We welcome you. We're also yogis, bhakti yogis. We also meditate. We meditate anyway on the Lord, His form, His pastimes, His qualities. So that procession was very, very special. And as you read the description of that procession, it's quite a meditation also. And okay, let's go to Dwarka quickly. Our Lord has departed finally from Hastinapur and is back in Dwarka, Dwarka Dham Akhe. At the entrance of Dwarka, is declaring, I'm here, I'm back, I'm coming. So how did he declare? How did he let everyone know? He blew his counsel. Well, Sukadeva Goswami could have just said, okay, he blew his counsel. But he also says more than that. How Lord was holding the counsel in his lotus hand. Lord is holding his counsel in lotus hand, lotus-like hand. It's very soft also. If it is lotus-like, is it fragrant? Yes, fragrant also. Lord's hand is very, very fragrant. Lord's body is like that, very fragrant. Our bodies are not like that. We try to create some illusion by throwing powders so that our bodies are not smelly. There will be fragrant bodies, but our bodies are not fragrant. They're filled with mucus and filled with whatnot. Unmentionable items. But it's nicely kind of packed in a skin, in a bag made up of skin. There's some shining on the skin, but our beauty is not very deep. How deep is the beauty? Skin deep. You take the skin off, and you wouldn't like to take a selfie with that person with the skin off. So some illusion is created, this skin and shining and this and that and powder on it. That's it. That's the end of the beauty is so shallow, just the skin deep beauty. And it's all blood but that is not the case with Lord's body, Lord's form. But then again, we could quickly remind ourselves that we're also beautiful, but not the body. We are not the body. So get that out of the way. We just said the body is, the beauty is only skin deep, but we are not the body. We are spirit soul. Haribol. Spirit soul, Haribol. And their spirit soul is beautiful, beautiful. Spirit soul is beautiful, amazingly beautiful. Why? We are part and parcel of that most beautiful personality. Rukmani Dwarkadesha ki. We are their parts and parcels. I mean, sounds like parts and parcels. Some parcel has come through the mail, parts and parcel. But we are persons. And we are sons and daughters of the Lord. We are children of Lord. And then you say in English, like father, like son. Like father, like son. If the father and mother are beautiful, then children are also, what happens? They are beautiful. So our Lord is father, mother. Our soul's father is mother. Soul's father and mother is Lord. So Lord is beautiful, and so we are. Beautiful souls. So this we have to discover. As yogis, as bhakti yogis, we have to discover. Discover yourself. Discover yourself. There's a whole course in India based on teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Discover yourself. DYS course. Discover yourself. That real self, and that is us. And that us, the soul, has then nothing to do with the death, nothing to do with the birth also. So what dies is the body, what takes birth is a body, the soul is eternal. Okay, we were there. Lord's lotus hand. So it is only, it's not only in the name only it is lotus hand. It is a lotus like, or all the features of lotus are found in the hand. 7 parts of the body are lotus like, 7 parts. And one of them is a hand part, lotus like. Bluish lotus or a fragrant lotus, very soft petals. And so, as it described, while Lord was blowing his conch shell, he held that conch shell in his lotus-like hand. And when Lord held that conch shell in lotus-like hand, that conch shell was like what? Swan? That conch shell was like a swan. And then the reddish, Lord's this part of the hand is reddish in color. The rest of the body is Ghana Eva Sham, Shama Sundar. He has a deep bluish complexion. But some parts of his body are reddish in color. Again, 7 parts. So this part is reddish. So as Lord held conch shell in his hand, which looked like a swan, the rays of the reddish tinge emanating from Lord's reddish palm getting reflected in this that swan, which is a conch shell. You get it's also meditation. Yogis meditate. So this is getting into very detailed manner meditation. So Shukdev Goswami, of course, first of all, his attention has been caught by that act of Lord. He's blowing conch shell, and he's taking close look. Shukdev Goswami is taking close look, or he's realizing all that, and he's describing how even the reddish tinge is reflecting in that conch shell. And conch shell is now looking like a swan. And then as Lord blows the conch shell, that is not a conch shell blowing, but who is blowing? Does the swan make a lot of sound? It does. Okay. Hari Hari. So that's how, that description is there. And then, so as conch shell was blown, I was thinking in Vrindavan, flute is played, and as soon as flute is played, that flute sound goes all over, everywhere. And gopis hear the flute playing of Krishna. And as soon as they hear the flute playing of Krishna, immediately, there's a description we are reading of the ecstatic emotions and feelings of the queens of Lord in Dwarka. But the emotions and ecstasy of the gopis of Vrindavan, that is another realm, another level, another dimension, and cannot even be compared. As it is, the word here is insuperable. It is insuperable. That was a new word for me. Insuperable. This ecstasy was insuperable ecstasy. Bhavaha. Duranta bhavaha. What is the verse? Yeah. No, I don't need. But do you display or you don't? No. Where? Oh, right there. Okay. Gone modern, or this addition also. I never had seen. No, let's not get it. So, as it is, this is insuperable. Ecstasy of queens. The ecstasy of gopis, what word would you use? It's already said insuperable, but then gopis' ecstasies. Superable, or superable. So there, the flute sends the message. I'm here, I'm in this forest. And they all go running. And in Dwarka, the conch shell is playing that role. And as Lord has blown his conch shell, the sound of the conch shell has reached all over Dwarka. In all the 18,108 palaces, queens have heard. And Okay, this is also Lord. This is Lord. This is Lord. His voice is very deep. One of the 32 symptoms of Lord's form and personality. Well, there are three things that are very deep. Lord's voice is deep voice. His navel is deep, and his intelligence is very deep. I think one of the scholars, I think it's American, when he wrote a review to Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is, he said, I think, this Gita sounded, or Gita as it is sounded to him like this is spoken by someone with intelligence, old or deep? Voice of the old intelligence. Some scholars said, Bhagavad Gita sounds like a voice of the old intelligence. Old is gold. Old and so this voice is also deep voice. So and it can go far and wide, everywhere. When we blow conch shell, sometimes someone comes and uses puts a microphone also to make it louder so that more people could hear, or it could go far and wide. But when Krishna blew his conch shell, there was no one with a microphone to further broadcast make it louder. Naturally, the sound is deep and loud. So right there we understand the difference between us and the Lord. I mean, of course there is so much difference. Our voice and Lord's voice could go all over. It is also said when Lord Narasimha roared, when he was angry and he roared, that roar spread all over the universe. And that even demigods were trembling. The sound reached everywhere. So they say, Prabhupada always says, they say God is great, but they don't know how God is great. So here it is. It's just one item. There are so many things could be said to describe and prove the greatness of God, or justify the statement God is great. So Lord has blown his conch shell, and at the entrance of Dwarka, when he blew conch shell, he was one. But how many queens are awaiting Lord's return? 16,108 queens are awaiting his arrival. So, as it is described previously, where did it go? in different chapter. Anyway, it's not there. It's there somewhere. Yeah, say Sahasrani Shodasha. Sahasrani Shodasha. How many queens? Only says Sahasrani, thousands. How many thousands? Shodasha, 16,000. Sukadeva Goswami did not give all the plus, 16,000 plus, as you say. So in that time, here there it says 16,000, Sahasrani Shodasha. So after blowing conch shell and signaling and informing all those queens, of course he's informing everybody. All the residents of Dwarka are also waiting for him. Especially the queens' wives were more anxious and awaiting Lord's return. So now Lord is returning. And he's not going to visit one home at a time. Okay? Rukmini? Okay, who? Huh? Satyabhama, okay? Jambavati. Okay. Satyabhama, okay, like that. Those 8 and then there. So Lord is not going one home at a time. He is going to return to all the homes separately and simultaneously. Prabhupada has written in the previous purport. Separately and simultaneously. Lord returned to all the 16,108 queens. Haribol. So, could anyone do that here? Of course, you don't have so many queens. And Prabhupada has in purport said, the yogis, okay, yogis could expand. Prabhupada said 10. We normally also hear 8. The yogis could expand themselves into 8 forms. And that's the limit. Or 10, Prabhupada in one purport says 10. So that's the limit. But Lord could expand himself into 16,108 forms. And that's also not a big deal. He also says, well, I say this, that when we hear that Krishna was with each of those queens, one queen, one Dwarkadish, one queen, one Dwarkadish. Rasa dance also, one Krishna, one Gopi, one Krishna, one Gopi. So when I hear, we hear, probably, what about us? What about me? For each Gopi, he is expanding and he's becoming Krishna just for her, for that queen or for that Gopi. But what about me? But for us also. For each one of us, there is one Lord. So there's nothing amazing to hear that, he expanded himself into 16,108. Wow, 16,000 forms he expanded into. That's peanuts. that's nothing. That's just, he could expand into as many living entities are there. Sarvasya cha aham radhi sannivishtaha. Sarvasya cha aham radhi sannivishtaha. I'm in the hearts of all the living entities. You have your own Lord Each one of us have our Lord. He has become like that. Of course, yeah, Prabhupada. Yeah, and Krishna Lord says this. Although He is one, one should not consider there are so many super souls. All super souls put together is equal to one. But at the same time, yeah, he does manifest as a super soul for each soul. There's a super soul. So how many expansion? There's no, and then that is also nothing. The Lord said, Brahma said, Andantarastha paramanu chayantarastham. Andantarastha paramanu chayantarastham. In India, we say, kan kan mein Bhagavan. In kan kan mein Bhagavan. Maharaj always talks about this. Kan means every particle, every atomic particle. Even this material creation and the minutest part is what the atoms. Even there, andantarastha paramanu chayantarastham. He is all pervading. In this sense, the Lord is all pervading. Not just as a Paramatma, that effulgence is all pervading. Sun has risen in the east, sun has risen, we haven't seen this morning. But that sun rays are, that is Brahman. There's a Lord. Non-different from the Lord. Shashi Suryayo Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayo. So Lord has these forms or these Vaibhavas also, these features. So Lord has come to each home. It's supposed to be Canto 1, chapter what? 11. Okay. And text 32. Okay, we are, I think, kind of winding up. We have to. It's not a Bhagavad Saptah, Bhagavad Katha. It's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Yeah, so Tamatmajai Drishtivihi. So Lord has come, and Lord is within their sight now. Vilokya, they saw him, they saw the Lord. Patniha Vilokya, the wives have seen. Patim Vilokya, seen the husband. Proshya Patim Vilokya. He's coming after a long time. Pati is returning home after a long time. Saw him. Sanjata mano mahotsavaha. And just by seeing him, Sanjata, some developments, something started happening, which is described here as a mahotsava. Mano mahotsava. In their minds, there was a utsav. As they saw him, they're seeing the Lord, especially after a long time. There was a utsav. Netros, a feast. It's a feast for their eyes. Feast for eyes. Sure, there are other senses also. They're hearing, they heard that conch shell blowing. Shravanotsava. They heard with the ears, and that was Utsav. And as he is walking closer and closer, the fragrance, spreading the fragrance around. Someone said that. Radha Govind Maharaj was saying this. There is some special kind of goat. He goat, not she goat, he goat. And I have experience, I have in my village. When this goat walks around from 50 meters, he begins smelling so bad that you feel like running away from, get out of this. Oh, so bad. The smell is so obnoxious. And so wherever this goat goes, there goes that bad smell. But here is the Lord. So wherever Lord goes, or before he goes, or before him goes, even the fragrance. He spreads the fragrance around. You don't need to buy what they buy perfumes before guest is coming. They perfumes spread all around here, there, make the house fragrant. But just invite the Lord, and your home is always fragrant. Says Krishna, Dwarka is returning. Everyone, and the queens also. And right there is a Mano Mohotsavaha. From the senses, they're connected with the mind. Manaha Shasthani Indriyani. And in the mind, all the thinking, feeling, willing happens. Mano Mohotsavaha. Hari Hari. And so they have seen with the eyes, they are embracing the Lord. But the social custom doesn't allow them to go and embrace their husband in kind of public place or in a courtyard. So they have sent their children, sons, Atmajair. And as children are embracing, the queen's children are embracing the Lord, that is, for the queens, this is them embracing. Atmajai, born from their self. Prabhupada is describing that. Child is born from the father and mother, is like a father and mother's self. It's another self is a child. So that child is embracing, and that is as good as mothers themselves embracing. And as that is happening, then more feelings are aroused, and ambu, the tears, they're not able to check the tears they're supposed to have. They're attempting. They covered their faces shyly and looked about coyly. Sounded nice, previous translation. They were shyly and then coyly. They were, is anyone around? They're trying to restrain themselves. And so like that. When it comes to bhava and emotions, there is no end of description and experience. So we were introduced to the love and affection of the queens have for the Lord. Lord is such a lovable object, giving us idea. What about you? You see, the queens are loving, their children are loving, gopis love, cowherd boys love. This person is loving, that person is loving. What about you? Maybe you should get some clue or some indication, some reminder. I think that is also the idea that, look, whole world is loving and lovingly serving also this Lord. What about you? And then, well, I was thinking is Lord is returning after a long duration. He was abroad. He was in Kurukshetra in Hastinapur. And that is considered maybe several months, many months, returning after many months. And the queens were awaiting his return. And he's returning after a long time. And for us, how much time? Not few months, not just few years, not just few births, but bahunam, janmanam, many births. We had been away, or he had been away from us. He is next to us, but not realizing, not recognizing. So if they are feeling separation, because Krishna was away only for, few months, he was away, and so much separation. And us, we had been away for such a long duration of time. So what about us? Feeling is our feeling. And then feeling separation. So I should take this opportunity to remind us about the Lord and our loving dealings and our relationship with the Lord, and revive that. Again, by hearing Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So that's the idea. That our love for the Lord. Shravanad Shuddha Chitte Kara Udaya. By hearing only. Hearing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, hearing Maha Mantra, hearing Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, and Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kapunoy. That our love for the Lord is expected to arouse, to manifest, to revive and thrive also, not just survive. Revive and then survive, the survival mode. That's not desirable. It has to thrive. Pratipadam every day, or we have to go higher, closer. Hari Hari. All right. Granth Sahib Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanand.